Alright. So, I guess I should check what anime came out. Oh no. Hey everyone, what's up? I am CTB Emotionless, you can call me Savage, and welcome to Savage Sundays, the show where I get a topic, I talk about it, and usually I'm wrong. I think I'm right, but some people out there think I'm wrong, and I basically just do that. I just talk about it, get my opinion out there in the ether, and then, people talk about it. That's what I like to do. And today, well, not today, actually, no, today, I did record this today. So I found out that a series that I so hate with a passion got a season 2. Yeah, and I was hurt. I was hurt by that. Anyway, that show is Fruit of Evolution. Fruit of Evolution managed to somehow get a season 2. And that right there made me very, very salty. And I'm going to be really, really truthful. Your boy is salty, all right? Not going to even try to hide the ball. I'm a salty boy. So, that being said, I thought, well, I already saw the first season. Time to go ahead and watch the first episode of the second season. And I'm going to give you my initial thoughts because I thought that would be fun for you guys to watch my pain. But before I do, intro, activate. Also, thanks for stopping by my channel. I appreciate it. Please be sure to slap that like button and also subscribe. That would be really cool. And if you are subscribed, check your notification bells as well, you silly. Make sure that thing's on so you can be up to date on whenever I go ahead and make some banger videos like I always do. Don't fact check me on that. But anyway, let's get right into it. If you don't know what Fruit of Evolution is about, it is an isekai, comedy, adventure, fantasy world anime, alright? To keep it simple, alright? And it kind of goes ahead and has a guy who's a loser, fat, and he goes into this new world along with the rest of his class, and he's pretty much outcasted because he's the only one who didn't manage to make some type of group with people. And he becomes OP and broken because the god hooked him up with something, and he also happened to find the Fruit of Evolution, which basically buffed him in regards to making him look better and all that cool stuff. Alright, and at some point, he falls in love with the gorilla, kisses the gorilla, and then he also gets up with a guild member who wears booty shorts, and he gets a donkey that's a companion that's also a kawaii girl, and an assassin that joins. A bunch of stuff happens, okay? Whatever. Not important stuff. And that's the premise of the series, alright? That being said, I will be kind in regards to what this series' intent is. As much as I would like to simply say that it sucks, even though it does suck, to be fair, technically what the series is trying to do is just be kind of a parody of isekai anime. It is trying to just be a joke of a series. You're not supposed to take this, or at least this series, very seriously. All right, I will give it that. It is actually not trying to be good, and it's not. That's what I'm gonna go for. That being said, just because you're trying not to be good doesn't mean you're good still of whatever you're trying to do. You just got to make sure whatever you're trying to do, you do a good job at it. And I'm going to just say outright that it didn't do a good job. All right, I fucking hate this series. You have no idea. I wanted it to get better and it just didn't. Now mind you, the anime took the route of realizing this is just kind of a parody of isekai. I read the manga. The manga has no idea that this is supposed to be a parody because it still tries to treat itself a little bit more seriously, but it still just has bad writing. So it is what it is, at least in that regard. I went ahead and I made a whole list. I watched the episode, I typed as I watched it so I can take some notes. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and do an episode review right here, right now. I'm gonna try to go through it rather quickly. I don't want to spend too much time talking about this series. That's a lie. And I also want to make sure I can get my point across, and I don't need to drag it out for 20 to 30 minutes. So I'm gonna try to get through it really quickly so we can just, move on with our lives, and I can give you my conclusion. Let's do this. Alright, first of all, the anime starts off with some lame ass dream sequence. Now mind you, technically the dream sequence is just supposed to be some type of foreshadowing of what's to happen later in the, in the story. So it does mean something sort of, but to be fair, it ended with some cheesy ass corny joke. Alright, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. It wasn't that good. I didn't like the dreaming sequence. I thought it was lame. And then they actually arrive over to Barbador Academy. That's the name. I always keep forgetting. But then that's when they arrive to the academy that Seiichi is supposed to be working at. Afterwards, we actually then get the opening sequence, which I'm gonna actually mention that I did like the song. I did actually enjoy the opening sequence. The song is actually pretty darn good. It's alright. And I do think that for how good it is at a the show itself is at the proper level for that kind of opening. Now, that being said, yes, the show is ass, but the series as a whole is ass. But I do think that based off the opening sequence and kind of what this show kind of gives a gist or an impression on what it's about, it is quite fitting. Hopefully, the show doesn't get worse as time goes on, because then I'm gonna feel foolish for saying that it deserved that opening. But right now, I do think that's it's all right. I don't think it's so good that I decided to, put it on my phone or anything. But I do think that it's all right for the series, and it's just fine. Anyway, moving on. Oh, wait, one more thing though. Here's the thing. By the end of the opening sequence ends with something that was just dumb. Alright, just gonna say that. Not gonna delve deep into that, just gonna move forward. That being said, another thing I took note of while watching is the quality actually has improved in regards to the animation, art style, in comparison to the first season. Like, it's actually a step up. I will give credit where credit is due, that the production value seems like, it looks like they actually have more of a budget, so I hate you nerds that decided to support the first season oh so much. That includes me, technically, because I watched the entire first season, but that's beside the point. It actually looks pretty good. I can't complain. I actually have to give it some bonus points that it actually looks pretty good, and the animation seems pretty alright, and it's not that bad. Now, mind you, there's some choices, art style choices, that I do question, but other than that, majority of the time, when it's not doing nonsense, I do think that it's actually pretty good. Alright, so gotta give it credence on there. Now, mind you, there are some dialogue choices that I thought were stupid. Alright, just gonna put it bluntly. I don't mean stupid in the sense of it's like it was a joke and the joke was just done bad. It's just that sometimes characters say certain things that don't make sense in any context. Okay, for example, the events that happened basically from the first season is Seiichi murks a bunch of demons, everyone's happy, and he's offered a job at the academy, and him and his squad of bitches head on over to, well, the academy. There is a character, I forgot how it's pronounced, Luna. I'm gonna call her Luna for now to make it simple, but Luna, she's a glutton, she eats a lot. The thing is, they just arrived at this or at least the town for this academy, and she's eating a lot, and Seiichi says, she never, oh man, you never change, do you? That kind of implies that a lot of time has passed. However, as far as the characters of the world will know, not a lot of time has passed. Now, mind you, technically there is some fourth wall breakings that do occur in the first episode, so it does imply that Seiichi, at the very bare minimum, actually understands how the fourth wall works and he's aware of it. So, pretty neat. Fourth wall is only good sometimes, but it shows that he's aware of it. So I guess maybe time went on for him, but based on the fact that it took only a few days for that to occur, for them to get from one town to the next town, it's weird dialogue choices. And concerning that, I read the manga at least further than this portion of it, he didn't say that at all, because why would he say that? It doesn't make any sense. So that's something I had to point out. Of course, this is where they lightly introduce Kanazuki Senpai. I'm gonna let you know right now, she sucks, alright? I'm gonna say that right now. I'm letting you know right now, Kanazuki Senpai sucks. If she's your waifu, you suck. No, I usually don't do that to people. I usually don't attack people based off their waifus and husbandos, but this one, it's warranted. Yeah, if you like Kanazuki Senpai, you suck. Now, mind you, every time this series actually shows some level of improvement, whether it be like some type of situation that's supposed to be taken seriously or I'm supposed to be paying attention, within a few seconds, it craps on it with some just lame joke, alright? Now, mind you, I understand this is mainly supposed to be more comedic and such as that, but the issue is, it decides to go up and down with being serious and then also being a, comedy. And it just doesn't hit, alright? It just really doesn't. It just goes from being serious and then, oh, here's a random joke. Like, what am I supposed to do with that? Like, it's just, I couldn't even laugh if I wanted to. It was that bad. IMO, at least. Oh yeah, also, I moved up the show in my ratings. It's not a 2 out of 10 anymore. It's now a 2.5 out of 10. I'm super generous. Why is it a 2.5 out of 10? Because it made a Fist of the North Star reference. And you know what? I like Fist of the North Star, and I like references to that. So therefore, I'm now all of a sudden cool with it. Yeah, does that make sense? Not really, but hey, it's my show. I can rate it however I want. Role assignments are made. Basically, the principal, the headmaster, the dean, whatever you want to call him, he gives every Sage, the main character, and his side bitches basically their role of assignment of what they're supposed to do while at this academy, and it just gives me a brief explanation on why I hate this series. Yeah, the Elder, he sucks. I'm gonna be real. He was moderately alright in the first season from my memory, and then immediately, like, I think not immediately, then the first first 6 minutes of the show, he was still alright, and then he started talking, basically, and when he started to really start talking, he became lame, and he became corny really quick, and I'll have you know, I don't really like that. Like, it's not funny. He's the typical perverted old man that we get in anime. It's just, and I'll have you know, pervy characters can be funny. It's just that it's tiring. Like, I've seen it forever. I've seen it multiple times. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You just gotta know how to do it and how to keep it balanced. And this series doesn't know how to do that. It doesn't know how to keep anything balanced. So it sucks to suck, basically. Beatrice is a character that is introduced after the role of assignments have been given, and that is the only likable character in this series so far. Yeah, don't at me. She's the only character, if you said that you liked in this series, I would say, yeah, that makes sense. I understand. I like her too. Don't at me. If you actually have a problem with that, you're the problem. And that being said, I mean, I'm gonna keep it. But anyway, she's okay. You're allowed to have waifu of her. She's allowed to be your waifu. Everyone else, no, hot dog water. All right, gonna say that right now. Also, she was a former teacher of F classes. That's the class that Seiji's gonna teach, and she cares about them. She calls them all good kids. That being said, she's lying straight out her ass right there. She's one of those teachers, unfortunately, where all kids are good. That's not true. These kids are boo-boo butter, and yeah, they are. We didn't even spend that much time with them, but I'm gonna let you know right now, they suck. I read the manga. They suck. They stay sucking. The only one I like is the one with the teddy bear head. And the thing is, I don't even like him like that. So, yeah, I'm gonna say it right there. Pomodoro's pretty neat, but like, he ain't that neat. Anyway, moving forward. After that, it pretty much just goes right into the idea that we're gonna be getting some great demon revival stuff, nonsense going on. I believe it was hinted in the anime a little bit about that stuff, roughly. It wasn't too much detail or anything. So I do, hey, it's good that they're making sure we're reminded of that immediately. And I've read up, I need to catch up to the manga now so I can see and verify if they actually follow through more with this stuff to see how much more detail of the story in that regard is. But I'm gonna be real, it's just, it's all right. It's whatever. Because honestly, I'm just not that invested or interested just because I already know that every time there's a serious moment in the show pretty much craps on it. So it's like, why should I even care? Even bigger baddies show up while this is being discussed. Like, even bigger baddies than the baddie talking about the great revival or the great demon revival, whatever. Even bigger baddies show up and I can't even take them seriously because I mean, you guys suck. I know they suck. Why? Because I'm caught up on the manga. I'm not caught up on the manga. I was caught up to the manga at that point in the story. Yes, the two baddies that were shown saying we're gonna go to, what's the name of this fucking academy again? Oh my god. Barbador Academy. They're like, we're gonna go destroy that academy. Yeah, they suck. Alright, I'm gonna save yourself some time. They suck. And that's the episode. That being said, hey, I'll let you know right now, the ending theme is actually pretty good. It's actually good. Like really good. I actually would say it's too good for this POS of a series. Yeah. I'm being real. The ending theme for the second season of Fruit of Evolution, solid ending theme. Really liked it. Liked it a little too much. That show doesn't deserve it, but it is what it is. So I'm glad I was able to get all of that off my chest, basically, because this is a series that I have not liked for a long time. I probably brought it up on the podcast before a few times, most likely I have, and I bring it up in my other videos that have nothing to do with Fruit of Evolution. And I'll have you know, I am not looking forward to the second season at all. I'm going to watch it, and it's not going to fill up on a Sunday slot. Don't worry. If I do episode reviews for each episode, oh god, I really don't want to. I was angry the entire time watching the first episode, but you know what? How about this? If I manage to actually get, I don't get a lot of views and I don't get a lot of likes. If I manage to get 5 likes, I'm just gonna start small. If I can get 5 likes on this video, I will actually do episode reviews for this series. And you can continue my pain and suffering. A part of me wants you guys to demolish the 5 like standard. But at the same time, this will be actually the happiest moment I could be with not getting 5 likes. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all the chaz, cookies, milk, and I will see you guys again tomorrow for something. I actually didn't plan the video, so I gotta figure that out. I actually don't know what I'm gonna do. I'll see you guys then. Peace.